never devalue ourselves just because others may not know how to value themselves. So, because they don't know how to value themselves, when they go to purchase something from you or get a goods and service from you, they looking for a cheaper deal because, again, they don't understand the aspect of value and self. So, in essence, they don't think that you value yourself to the point where you're making sure you're getting what you're worth. You know what I'm saying? And again, does which one helps? Does lowering my price and basically showing you the picture of, hey, if you whine enough, if you cry and bicker about a price, you know, you eventually get it dropped down. Like, is that the message I want to send? Like, is that what I'm teaching? Or should I keep my prices what they are and teach the aspect of abundance and prosperity? Like, well, hey, you could be just like me if you value yourself and value your skills and abilities and, what goods or services you have, you know, you could make sure you get your abundance and prosperity as well. Because again, there's always somebody out there that want what you got. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to belittle ourselves or dim our lights in order to, you know, fit a certain demographic or anything of that nature. Because again, that's enabling. How do I help? It's better for me to teach you how to catch the fish instead of giving you the fish. It's okay for us to give out fish, you know. That's cool too, and that serves a purpose, you know. And again, everybody's on a different uh growth, different level of growth, however you want to look at it, and on a different experience. So, again, that's not knocking those who may want to give out food, stuff like that, but on the energetic level, keeping it real and 100, because again, we talking facts and, what really helps. It doesn't help to try to make ourselves, again, like, I can't make myself lackful enough to make somebody else abundant. Like, all right, let me help this person by like being lackful in myself. So let me devalue myself so this person could feel valuable. Does that make sense? You know, no. And it'll be a never ending story of me just devaluing myself, and never getting nothing back to the point where I would again be actually uh like draining myself or allowing myself to be drained. But again, it's like the message of, oh, all right, if you cry enough, it's trying to tell us that, you know, because again, look at us with our business in essence, or those of us who have some type of goods and service, we didn't get there because we cried for lower prices for everything or cried for source to make it easier. Again, like one of those prayers say, instead of uh I would say prayer, but instead of affirming for things to be easier, affirm to be strong enough to handle whatever it is that come your way. So again, like with that aspect, that's what we affirm. Because if we talking about God and God helping us, God's here, then God will help you get the money back if if I got $100 piece or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Source is gonna help you to get that abundance back. If you believe in God and you believe in source on that level, then you believe that God is good enough to, you know, bring you more abundance for you treating yourself from buying, or getting some type of goods and service from somebody who's really worth it. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's like asking for not asking, but affirming for the strength, you know, to endure instead of affirming for things to be quote unquote easier, from that perspective. Like, and again, that goes back to inner work. Like, just allow for me to be strong enough to handle whatever it is out there. instead of making everything outside of me weak. Like, hey, make all that weak so I could feel more at ease. Like, no, I just need to step my game up. So again, it's like, let me let me get right, let me have the strength, you know, to endure and take care of whatever instead of asking for things to be, again, for everything else to like lower itself down. Like, hey, y'all moving too fast, or like, nah, I just gotta step up, And again, as I say that, that's that's not speaking at no one person. Like, that's all of us. Like, anybody on their spiritual growth gotta deal with that, or just in general. And I mean, again, either you deal with it or you choose not to deal with it as far as facing it. But either way, it does exist. But that's all. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I see with a lot of that, and this that Jupiter retrograde and revisiting, certain past decisions and understand, getting a lot of wisdom, with that expansion with Jupiter, just getting that wisdom for myself of seeing to just really, really, really let go of that trying to save the hood mentality from a perspective of trying to, stay around or, gotta be there for the people, like that mentality, that'll have you all your dreams and all the things you value, be flushed down the drain. I'm jokingly saying it, but it's real. Like, like gotta be a I say gotta, but it's about being a beacon. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could only help you through standing on high ground, not getting in the quicksand with you. You reaching your hand out in the quicksand, but like again, unhealthily in the hood, we taught that if you're in the quicksand, you're not my dog unless you hop in the quicksand with me. Instead of like, oh, bro, well, just stand up there and help me get out. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like, oh no, you gotta come and be in the quicksand with me. you know. And if you ain't in the quicksand with me 24/7, thugging it in the quicksand with me, then you ain't real and you ain't, you know what I'm saying? Or then, and again, there's this mentality, we taught possessive love. And again, it all goes back to relationships. Everything, like I realized the whole existence of everything is about relationships, how source relationship with self is, you know what I'm saying? Like the relationship of source with itself, literally on all kind of levels, expanding infinitely, you know what I'm saying? But it goes back to, relationships on all levels. But peace, happy now. Now's the vibrating, of course, man. Again, moving forward, you know. Because I realized that what really helped spark things, or what, would really, like the feedback where I could tell people were really shifting on the conscious level, was the people coming to me like, man, I saw you, you're doing you're doing this and you're doing that, not people necessarily like, oh man, looking for me to, come back to the neighborhood or be in the neighborhood, as much as it's like, hey, bro, like I saw you doing that and I saw you doing this, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, being a beacon, you know, because, yeah, that inspired me to take a trip to here to there. And this inspired me to read that book. It inspired me to, da, 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 you know. But again, it's all love. But we got to love ourselves first before I could love somebody else. It's the inner work. Oh, we gotta do this. Like, no, it's you. You gotta do your inner work. That's why shit be in shambles, because it's like, oh, we know, like, it's so much mental work and just all spiritual, mental, emotional work that needs to be done internally. Like, handle that inner realm first, and automatically all your actions will be aligned up with what needs to be done. You know what I'm saying? Nah, peace. Happy nah.